So when he realizes that my father Saul is looking for a chance to kill you, be on your guard tomorrow morning. So go into hiding and stay there. This is when Jonathan warns David. And then the night David made good on his escape was also on the same chapter towards verse 10 to 12. What David did about it. David's response was strategic, faithful, and deeply emotional. I can honestly say that one of the hardest things to come into realization when something like this is happening to you is that it is happening. That someone is in pursuit of your life. Now, they might not be in pursuit of your life to the extent that Saul was in pursuit of your life, but they are definitely in pursuit of your life in other manner, whether it's emotional, it's verbal, it's indirect, it's through other people. They are trying to destroy you. The hardest thing about this is that it was a person that you once thought you once were close to, but now they are seeing you as an enemy. And you do not know why. Well, you do, because people are singing praises of you, right? And this is this very same person who once also deemed you as a big deal, and hence why he put you closer. So because David's response was strategic, faithful, and deeply emotional, we read in verse 18 of 1 Samuel chapter 19, it says, First Samuel in Ramah, then to Nobah, Gath, Elabah, and various wilderness locations. So David fled. Your situation might be to stay away from this person, to not engage unless you really, really need to. David had so many locations that he fled to. He fled to Nob, Gath, various wilderness location. He refused to retaliate. So twice he had the chance to actually also get rid of Saul, but he didn't. Have you ever had ammunition to do that person that's trying to do you harm, but you don't use it? So not only he fled, but he also didn't retaliate. He didn't allow his flesh to also do the same thing that Saul was doing to him, right? So it says that I will not lay my hand on my Lord, because he is the Lord's anointed. Imagine, guys, imagine the maturity it takes for one not to do that. And I am speaking to myself. I'm also speaking to someone who might be going through a situation where you've overlooked somebody that was once close to you, has all of a sudden developed a spirit of envy, of jealousy, to the point of tarnishing your name, character assassinate you, and sometimes even get rid of you. Okay, and this can show up in so many places in our lives. It's not as dire as David and Saul, but it does show up in so many places in our lives. And ultimately, he sought God's guidance. David often inquired of the Lord before making a decision. Chapter 23, verse 2 to 4. David was, we read in the Psalms, the seasons where he went through with Saul, how sometimes he cried out to the Lord, why are they after me? He was confused. Why is this good friend of mine trying to get rid of me? Why is this man that I once sang a harp for, played a harp for, is trying to get rid of me? Why is this person who I helped defeat the Philistines trying to get rid of me? And sometimes you and I also can go through the same thing. We role play in our minds, like, what could be the reason this person that I once cherished, and that person who cherished me, is now trying to get rid of me? And this has to be the most difficult time, because now you're trying to make sense of the person's actions, and you know what, sometimes it won't make sense. And David finally reached a point in his life that, you know what, this is beyond me, let me give it to God. He fled, he didn't retaliate, and he sought the guidance of God. Now he had a lot of people around him who were like warning him, don't go here, go there, don't do this, do that, like Jonathan. And my encouragement to you is to seek the face of God when you have been betrayed, when you have overlooked somebody's character because of your love and your appreciation of them. Because David adored Saul at one point, and then all of a sudden he was Saul's number one enemy. And it is very heartbreaking when you come to that realization that someone that you once sought guidance from now is actually trying to get rid of you. Do not retaliate. Do not give an eye for an eye. The Lord, in the book of Nehemiah, it says that the Lord will make you a success regardless of those who are surrounding you. Okay? The Lord will make you a success, right? And I pray that you also read the book of Psalms, where we see David lamenting and his emotional state of mind, trying to make sense, and how he finally strategically dealt with the situation because he sought guidance from the Lord. And then ultimately how God took him out of that situation victorious, because after that David is actually crowned a king. After many other instances or occasions, he becomes a king. He gets appointed as a king in 2 Samuel, right? So pray about it. Allow the emotion to simmer. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for overlooking that part of that person. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes we are ignorant. Sometimes we think we can change a person because, we're not God, we're not Jesus. Jesus came to save us. We are merely instruments into the whole agenda. So I hope this illustration of how someone can betray you, how someone can try and assassinate your life, your character, your place in this world, and that someone is someone that you once loved, someone that you once adored, someone that you once looked after, how possible that can actually be. And then obviously how then you take action to weed yourself out of that. You stay away, you do not retaliate, and you allow God's sovereign time through his guidance to finally reign. I hope this message was encouraging to someone like it has been to me. And I know that many of us are struggling a lot, as I see on social media people talking about don't care about this, betrayal, how people can get really scarred by betrayal of people that they once knew, how a lot of relationship can be separated because of betrayal. But David still pursued the works of the Lord. He still pursued friendship. He still pursued brotherhood. Even in chapter 2, in 2 Samuel, he pursued brotherhood, and he didn't allow Saul's ways to limit what God was here to do in his life. So have an awesome day, guys. Bye.